Hey,
There it is.
There, it's
All
on.
right, we'll record it.
Hey, Roger.
All right, we can have it quiet.
we're giving our drinks to everyone. This is what we're drinking today for the party. How'd that happen? Forget it. See what we're drinking all day this?
Dr. Pepper.
Of course.
You can't go wrong.
All right. Yeah.
Is that
Hey,
Risa?
Hi, Risa.
Roger, how are you?
Is that Risa?
Or,
How are you, Hefe?
well, I'm about 40% of what I should be.
All right.
Well, you're close to me, so we have the same percentage. It's no problem.
It's no
Roger,
problem.
I want to open this up. We have somewhere north of 30 people here today. Our set is home. They were all very anxious to see you, and I am so glad you're able to transmit from the ranch, courtesy of Ken, who's worked his tail off to this. So from us, welcome to the 100th anniversary of Lebhar-Friedman.
Yay.
Congratulations.
So Roger, what started as a simple diner luncheon between me and Ken Shep, Don Longo, and myself, catching up to what each of us were up to, was Ken's simple question: do you know that this year would have marked the 100th anniversary of Lebhar-Friedman? And I reminded them the late October birthday of our leader, who was the first sound of Christmas carols miraculously transformed into the jovial Santa who gave candy to kids. And so was born this event, enabled through the generosity of Murray and Gilda in opening their home to us all, who, as my partner in this, Ken Shep, spent so many hours collating our history in pictures and assuring transmission, and would in fact work, and to many others who assisted in the search for our associates, particularly your friend and mine, the wonderful Joyce Bogovic. So we gather to celebrate our experience with a family business built on encouraging each of us to create freely and trust us to maintain a standard of excellence. And it worked, Roger. Job satisfaction was generally high, the business prospered, longtime friendships amongst us blossomed, and most were well rewarded for their efforts. What we are left with are memories of the days of our youth, trials of tribulation at times, but more often days of wine and roses. So Roger, what you are about to hear is from those gathered, as well as from those for reasons of either health concerns, travel difficulties, or family or business necessity could not be here in person, but are on this Zoom. And of course, in remembrance of those friends and many associates who have now passed on. We'll now be addressing you directly, each to briefly congratulate you on your birthday and or share a quick anecdote relating to what was the most meaningful experience for them back in those days. If you prefer to speak to us now, we would gladly hear that, or if you wish for them to comment first and then draw your comments from what they said, that would be fine. You pick whichever way is best for you. But we collectively wish you the very best and so appreciate the experience you have shared under your leadership. Thank you very much on behalf of all of us.
Thank you.
So would you like to speak now, or would you want to withhold until the people speak?
No, because basically the people who are here were more responsible and did a better job than I ever did. So they should go first, and I'll just say a little thing at the end.
All right, so what we decided to do,
Ken, go ahead.
because as Jay said, a lot of people would like to express their sentiments, Roger. We're going to start with the folks who are here at Murray and house, and then we'll go to the folks on Zoom, and we're just going to do it in alphabetical order. And we're going to do it fairly quickly because we have a lot of people here. So of the folks who'd like to speak, May, Bruce Buckley, Bernadette here? Yeah. Okay, so whoever of that group, whoever wants to speak, please come up and your opportunity to just thank you. Okay, this is Bernadette.
Hey Roger, how are you? It's Bernadette.
Happy day.
Happy day. I just want to thank you, right? From the top down, right? Lebhar-Friedman provided me with like the best mentors I had in my life, like Tony Lasante, John Rapuzzi, Bruce Buckley, and I have friendships there that are still going strong today. And some of those people are here today too. So I thank you for creating that kind of corporate culture, and I've never experienced it since, but I remember it all to this day. So thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Okay, thank you for everything, especially for giving me Margie Campius, who then I married her son. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
next group of folks. Chris? Sure. Mary Fagnano, John Fayella.
Hi, Roger. It's Chris Conboy. I just want to say thank you for a lot of fun for 8 years. I really loved working here. Thanks.
Hey, Roger. Happy birthday and congratulations. I can't believe we're all here together and this is your family, your extended family that we're all part of. And I want to thank you for having that office in Los Angeles where I started my life and where our son was raised in that community, and had Lebhar-Friedman not had that office there, so many other things in my life would be so different. And I just thank you for everything that you did for me.
Thank you. John?
Roger, John Fayella here.
Hey, Fayella, how are
Like
you?
an inflated version, but it is me. Hey, I am so glad to have this opportunity to just say thank you. I was able to take really good care of my family because of all the things I learned at Lebhar-Friedman from 82 to 97. I made a career out of knowing people's customers better than they knew their customers. And that was all about trade work. And God bless you. Thank you so much. My daughter, when people had kids at Lebhar-Friedman, HR gave us a little doll. Well, they didn't give us the doll. They gave the kid the doll. But my daughter, who's now 34, she gave her doll that she still has to our first granddaughter. So we still see that little bear with the LF shirt on it. And thank you so much.
Cliff? Cliff, Murray? You're up. Randall?
Hey, Roger. Clifford Fang here. Worked at Lebhar-Friedman from 1979 to 1986. Thank you for letting me transfer from the editorial department of Drugstore News and to be trained in sales by Bob Perry up in Boston for 2 years.
Yes.
And continue back in New York in sales for Drugstore News. Thanks for the transitioning.
Thank you.
Roger, we're all gathered here in the house that really chain store age Lebhar-Friedman built. That's not an exaggeration. Also, the ability provided to me through Lebhar-Friedman to travel almost to every state in the Union, and foreign retailers that I visited in Japan, in England, in France, in other points of Barcelona. It was really, truly because of the foundation that your father and his two partners, Godfrey Lebhar and John Stern, provided to all of us. The only thing I could complain about, I always complain to you, why didn't my daughter get one of those teddy bears? I don't understand this. My daughter came before John's. Anyhow, thank you again very much.
Thank you.
There he is.
Barbara? Chris here? Chris Harris?
Hi, Roger.
Wyatt
It's Barbara Hagan
and
from
Kevin
Chain
Kennedy.
Storage, John Rapuzzi, John Donahue, Ellis Rowland, that era. I want to say happy birthday. Thank you for all the memories at Lebhar. And I just want to note
that even before I knew you, I knew Joyce, because we used to ride the 32 bus from Queens into Manhattan.
That's
I
right.
worked at an advertising agency. Joyce worked for you. And I used to look at her and go, who was that amazingly beautiful woman? And here she is, still amazingly beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Roger, great to see you again. Ellen and I both send our love, and a letter is on the way to you expressing our appreciation for all the way our career has continued to grow after Lebhar-Friedman, because all the great things that you helped us learn along the way. And but I'm most grateful because of the bomb scares we had at your building, because that's how I really met Ellen. That's how we got married. I still remember the day that you and Pat came to our wedding. And I just always appreciated your personal touch in all of our lives. And finally, just how much you're willing to take a risk and various people, let them try things, make things to keep growing. And your confidence in us really helped launch a bunch of really successful people in the publishing industry. And we just want you to know how much we appreciate the legacy of that you've left. So cheers. Great to see you. Thank you again.
Thank you. Let me interrupt just a minute or two. One of the ladies said, I speak to my best friend. She was here for about 55 years. It's unbelievable. She's still doing some work for me. And I got another story with her family, but that's something else again. But for 55 years, here she worked, started, I think was about 17 or 18 years of age, and worked the whole thing through the time. I tried to get her to come up to that meeting, but it was kind of a tough for her. But I know she's trying to watch this today. And anyone who has worked in this company and listened for other people like me for that period is amazing. So I just wanted to thank her. Elizabeth, so thank her.
Joyce, do you want to say anything? Joyce, you're on mute.
Okay. Well, thank you, Roger, for those kind words. But I have to tell you, I loved working for you every minute of every day. I never knew what was going to happen the next day. It was always, a big surprise. And you were great to work for. And I was talking to Jennifer at soccer today, my daughter, and we said, what made Lebhar-Friedman a wonderful place to work? It was Roger Friedman. And I think that's true. I think about all the things you did, taking new employees.
Joyce, you froze up a little bit there. On Joyce's side.
Many wonderful things for us. It's a lot of fun for me. I can't talk for anyone else, but I enjoyed every minute of it. And I have friends that lasted all of these years. I'm still friendly with them. Okay. I don't want to take too much time. Thank you again.
Hey, Roger, Kevin, I want to say thank you for the opportunity the company gave me. The company that made a big difference in my life. The one thing I was thinking about when I'm looking back, and I know we have editorial here and sales, and the one thing that struck me was the products, was the publications had such legitimacy in the marketplace that we were always welcomed in. We could talk to, we're sitting there talking to, Sam Walton and David Glass and all the suppliers, and we were always welcomed in because of the publications that we represented from your company. And I did want to say, of all the personalities that I met, one stuck with me particularly because it made me a star with my son. And beyond being just a star with my son, it made my son a star at his first grade classroom. And that would be, he was a star. I don't know if you can see this. Put it up to the. Okay, but his father was the only one that ever had lunch Higgy at the licensing show. So you made me a star in my son's eyes. Thank you very much.
Okay, good. Julie? Julie, Paula, and Tony. Paula, please do not move.
Hi, Roger. Just wanted to thank you. It's fun being with everybody today and kind of reliving some of the memories, things that I remember, some things that I didn't want to remember. But it's nice to see you looking well, and I just wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Hello, Roger. Tony Lasante here, and I just wanted to say thank you again for your guidance and support and beliefs, allowing all the editors at Lebhar-Friedman through the years to produce such a quality content. And I also thank you for bringing your daughter, our daughters, to work one day, because I did bring my younger daughter, Jamie. She interviewed Jay Forbes. Jay said she has tougher questions than any of the editors, and she went on to get a master's in journalism and is now managing editor of Sports Illustrated. So thank you. Appreciate it.
Don? Dina McCoy, once more.
Hi, Roger. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
19 years I spent at Lebhar-Friedman, and it was 19 years where I was able to hone my professional skills. But more than that, it was the people here. You see here, it was the interpersonal relationships, the way I learned about integrity and doing what you say you're going to do. Those are the lessons that stuck with me throughout my career, even post Lebhar-Friedman. So again, thank you so much for the opportunity you gave me. And again, happy birthday and many more.
Thank you. Let me add something. When I hear this, the success was the other people. I didn't do it. I could cry for you. It was just, all I wanted was people who were nice. That was very, very important for my father and the other people. So what I did was really pick the people, and then the people did it. So I want to thank them who are here. Think who are up in heaven now. There are a few not in heaven, but we got out of them fast. But it was that was the interest. And I do want to say something. We really should have been still in. We did a mistake. I got involved with the goddamn bank people, and we bought that company. It was I think it was for 33 million or something. And they didn't know anything, and I didn't know anything. But otherwise, it was the people who did the success. So I want to thank them who are here, the ones who have the kids who are not here, and the ones who went to heaven. So thank you all.
You're welcome.
Birthday. Couple of things. Joyce, thank you for all those Yankee tickets. You get the credit for that. Wanted to, Roger, thank you for taking a chance on some freshly minted Penn State grad back in 1979 to come work, and had the chance to work with Jay and Howard and a bunch of other managers who taught me just amazing basics, which I still use today. I still work, and I make all my salespeople do call reports.
Thank you.
Anyway, thanks again.
Paul, may I just jump in on the baseball thing?
Not yet. Everybody through. Paul,
You still looking for those tickets?
Hi, Rob. It's Dina Amato McCoy. I don't know if you even remember me, but I have nothing else I can say. Everybody has said most of what I would have said, but I have such fond memories of bringing my girls in when you played Santa. I actually have a picture.
Isn't that nice with the family?
Now one's a freshman in college and one is graduating college, but my group is a family. I'm still at Chain Store Age, and I have you to thank for it. So
thank
you.
Paul. Hey, Roger, it's Paul Pedersen. Happy birthday.
It's great to see you. I have to say, not a day goes by that I don't actually use the lessons I learned about the importance of trade work.
Yeah.
It's something that the salespeople that I'm currently training still to this day as a consultant don't understand, but I'm going to share with them what is going on today, because that's all anyone is talking about. It's because of you. Stop this business saying, well, I didn't do anything. No, it was because of your insistence that we learned our audiences that is so invaluable. And again, can't thank you enough for that, because it's critical to anyone's success, understanding your customer's customer. Thank you so much.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Roger, I'm probably the only person in this room who reported to you on 3 separate occasions.
That's right.
And I'm not
Where-
sure
listen,
you were
don't
trying to get rid of me and brought back in, but they were interesting. Okay.
Where, where's your wife?
She's doing well.
Okay.
Still
Send my best to her, by the way.
I will say one thing about Roger that I learned quickly, that if I had a problem like getting in trouble with the trade association and getting thrown out, and I put Roger on a train and took him down to DC with me, he went. He didn't say, go do it yourself. He said, I'll help. And when he ran into it in a couple other instances, he was there. So I found that most interesting. And I found out that if I applied that, it goes a long way. And that's probably what I learned best from you. And I appreciate it. And you made my day. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Roger. Jim Reynolds.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the corporate culture that you fostered. When I joined the company in 1990, it was the most amazing collection of people and characters, and I loved every minute of it. So thank you.
Thank you.
Barbara Sachs. Risa. Barbara. Risa. Risa. Stephanie. Yeah, you can go at it.
Okay. Hey, Roger, happy birthday. Risa Seren here. You know,
Thank you.
I grew up at the company, started in my 20s, was there close to 30 years, and will never forget that you came to my wedding with Pat. And I had a child there who my daughter still remembers, and today she's very successful advertising sales for Amazon. And she learned so much on the Bring Your Children to Work Day, but I really learned my entire life, my career, grew up, went through so much there. And I missed it till this very day. That's the only thing that ever upset me, is leaving that company. But thank you for everything. I always appreciated. And you did do a lot. The trade work stuck in my mind too. We were just talking about it today, the 3 days in the field every month. It was fabulous. We got to know who our readers were.
Hey, Roger. I'm Barbara White, and I'm Barbara Sachs now, but I'm Barbara White then, and I worked at Drugstore News for about 10 years. And I just think the corporate culture at Lebhar was, was set from the tone was set from the top, and it was a really supportive, lovely environment in which to work. I still have friends that I made there, and I still do freelance work for people that I met there, and it was just a really lovely, lovely place to work. And as I said, it was set from the top. Thank you again.
Hi, Roger. Catherine Stephanie. Happy birthday.
Happy.
Thank you so much for picking me in 1998. And thank you for all of the memories and all of the Cubs games, and just the memory and what you taught me and what your team, Kevin, Paul, Paula, Mary, John Rapuzzi, everybody that I worked with had integrity, and it's all because of your leadership. And I'm going to stop because I'm about to cry. So thank you.
Is there anybody else?
Hi, Roger. It's Marianne. Even though you called me Marion for the 30 years I was at the bar, So I wanted to let you know, and Gary couldn't be here, Gary Esposito, but we wanted to let you know that Chain Store Age is doing better than ever. We just won a Folio Award, and believe it or not, I'm still working full-time as editor-in-chief.
It's terrific.
I'm wearing my National Home Center
Oh,
National issued jacket, which is a requirement at the time. I was thinking about what to say about years, which is really the core of my career, probably the career of most everyone here. What I really thought was that it came down to me is just how I was thinking I had like two anecdotes. One was I started my daughter was in the hospital with a high fever. I remember Dave Mahler came over to me, and this is what the company was about. He didn't say, finish what you're writing. He said, what the hell are you doing? So I remember when I was sick, and I was in Lenox Hill, I was there for a long time, 12 days, and trying to figure out what was wrong. He came to visit me, not like you didn't have a lot of other things on your plate. That stayed with me. That's what you're about. That's what the company is about. And we celebrate that, and thank you very much for everything. Right, here's what we're going to do. We have a couple of people who didn't speak enough, and then. Oh, Mark, you got something else?
Sure. But it's not about me or anything like that personally.
I'm not even touching my thing.
A couple of years ago, Gilda and I, while visiting
I'm not, Joyce, I'm not even touching it. I don't know. I don't see anything.
Wait, let's go on mute for a second.
People need to mute.
So anyhow, a couple of years ago, from Omaha, we drove down to Bentonville to see the Crystal Bridges museum that's down there that Sam Walton's daughter, built and funded. But along the way, while we were there, I said, let's go visit the Walmart museum, which is on the Central Square in Bentonville. And there they had recreated, actually moved Sam Walton's office to be part of that museum. Next to his desk, there are two piles of publications, Discount Store News and Chain Store Age, with a picture of him. And that, more than anything, is a tribute to Lebhar-Friedman.
Right. Well, you folks on Zoom have been waiting patiently. I'm just going to go in alphabetical order. Mike Valentin, did you want to say something?
Yeah, what I'll say is Gene Smith hired me in Chicago, Roger. May he rest in peace.
Yeah.
I started in July of 75, which was the 50th anniversary. And a few months later, you had the big gala. Corky Walgreen was there. Mrs. I think James Cash Penny was there. The CEO of Forest City Products was there. And this was only 3 months after I was there. And I'm saying, my goodness, do we have this every year? There were like 500 or 1,000 people. Where was it? At the Waldorf?
Yes.
At the Waldorf Astoria. That evening stayed with me for my 11 years at Lebhar. And most of all, like a lot of people have also said today, the trade work that you talked about so much and that I personally took advantage of was one of the keys, the foundations of my career, of my success. And I've used it for 50 years since then. So happy birthday and many more. And hello to everybody.
Thank you.
Marty?
Okay, I'm on. Roger, the thing you did for Nation's Restaurant News and suggesting we convert to a weekly was genius. That book took off after that like crazy, and I was double timing along getting Tim Norton to jump in. That wasn't too bad, and we had a great run. I was there from 79 to 88, and I thank you for all the opportunity you provided.
John O'Brien. John, you're on mute.
Okay, sorry. Hey everybody, how you doing?
Roger, happy birthday to both of us because we share the same birthday. And I remember having birthday cake in your office many times.
Yep.
You know, I want to pass along best wishes from Jim DeGraff and Reed and Tom La Palermo as well. I talk to them frequently, and they couldn't be here today, but wanted me to remember them to you. Excuse me for a minute. I hope you're doing well. Memories from Lebhar days. I think everybody has said it. You know, it's carried us through our careers. Wherever the journey took us, the foundation that was laid in our career at Lebhar served everyone well. And in fact, I don't know anybody that hasn't done phenomenal things after leaving Lebhar-Friedman. And I say thank you for that.
Thank you, John. Maggie?
Hey, Roger, happy birthday. Maggie Capel here. I was with Lebhar-Friedman Drugstore News for about 20 years. And I wanted to thank you, like everybody else, for running such a terrific family-oriented company with all these wonderful people that we had a chance to work with and develop ties with and still work with some today. In fact, Elizabeth Cherry's coming up, and we've been at 4 different companies together. So we just love publishing. We can't get it out of our blood. So anyway, thank you again for the opportunity. The training was amazing. Bob Perry was the best, and I wish you all well and happy birthday.
Thank you.
And we have a mystery guest, Queen Elizabeth I.
Hello,
Sign in,
everybody. My name is Elizabeth Cherry, and I worked for Drugstore News, and I want to wish Roger a very happy birthday as well. And if you will indulge me, I do have a few fond memories that I'd like to share. Well, I want to thank Roger for fostering that family environment, both with my real family, inviting my spouse to join at different conferences and events, and also fostering my friends and family still to this day. A shout out to Jay Forbes, my mentor, my friend, Chris Comboy, and of course, Maggie Capel, amongst others. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And some of my fondest memories are the honor of attending the Christmas parties. And also, if I may, traveling with Jay Forbes, having him fall asleep in my car, wake up and razzle dazzle the audience we had each and every time, just to my amazement, my mentor and my friend. So thank you, everybody. I'm glad that we're having this opportunity to see and share and visit with one another. And again, happy birthday.
Thank you. So we've been on the call about a half an hour.
Bruce
Smith. Oh, Bruce. Sorry.
Oh, am I on?
Yes.
Oh, thanks, Roger. Good to see you. I'm glad that you're able to make it. You look well. And I mean, 31 years was my tenure, 85 to 2016. So it was a long run. And it's great to see John Fila and Kevin Kennedy and Jim Reynolds and Risa and all the old friends that we made along the way. But what a great time. I mean, from the mid 80s all the way into, 2016, we did so many different things, so many memories that were foundational in my career. And I'm retired now and living happily in Michigan. And it wouldn't have been possible without those decades at Lebhar-Friedman. So thanks again, and great to see everybody. I hope everybody comes on the camera.
Good to see you, Bruce.
Is there anyone else who hasn't spoken who would like to speak? Did we miss anyone on Zoom? Okay. So, Randall?
I mean, I'm happy to say some comments, but
Yes.
I don't need to wish Dad a happy birthday.
No.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad. I'm going to be a little bit sideways here, but last week or a week and a half ago, I was out in New Mexico with Amanda, and we were out there. We could celebrate Dad's 92nd birthday in person,
Right.
which was tremendous. And Dad was getting a little bit frustrated because he saw a woman walk by at lunch, and she was using a cane, and Dad was increasingly having a tough time moving around. He said, look at her moving around like that. Like, why can't I do that? And I said, Dad, she's 73 years old. You were beat by 17 years before you needed a cane. So incredibly lucky that Dad is as vibrant and as energetic. We talk about Lebhar-Friedman on a good basis. I was there from 2000 to 2010. I was a publisher of NRN at the time when it was sold to Penton, and so that I went over for 4 years to Penton, and I came back at LF from 2014 to 2018. And I, to this day, continue to quote my bosses from my LF days. I use quotes from John Rapuzzi. I use quotes from Kevin Kennedy on a fairly regular basis. I deny it. Paul Pedersen was in the desk next to me when I was first sat down, and I learned a ton from him as well. And I can just echo what so many other people have said. The difference in any business is the people. I always joke that some people say, oh, this is a people business or this isn't. Like, every business is a people business. And the companies that take the people seriously are the companies that you remember, that are meaningful and are the good places to work. And I'm so lucky and fortunate that there was such an incredible family around Lebhar-Friedman. And I tried hard to emulate that, and to this day, take those lessons forward. So, Dad, thank you for all of your, continued lessons, love and support, and so appreciative that we could be together. I did find in a treasure trove of old boxes in Iron Mountain. EIQ asked me to go through Lebhar-Friedman items because they had no idea what was there, and I was the only living person that probably could go through it. So about a year and a half ago, I went out to New Jersey to a warehouse and spent several hours throwing out old receipts from the 60s and 70s and other stuff.
We're in my basement.
I sent all of the bound copies that were in to EIQ, so hopefully those are there for posterity. And I actually found the old LF stamp, the insignia seal. So for anyone that wants to imprint something and take it with you today, I've brought the LF insignia as something.
You started before 2010. I remember you pushing the mailroom card.
I'm sorry, 2000. 2000. I was there.
2000.
Yeah,
But
he left in
because you were a
2000.
kid in high school pushing that mailroom card.
So yes, I spent a summer
Doing that.
with Junior, Hector, and the boys in the mailroom. So anyway, thank you again, Murray. Murray and Gilda, thank you so much for hosting us. So special. So really appreciate it.
Okay, 1 second.
So Roger, before you speak, I just want to close this out by saying that this was a labor of love for a lot of people in this room who contributed to the nostalgia that we have, who worked with us to make this happen, who sought people from every area of the states to come here and be here in tribute to you. You personally made a huge impression on my life. I will never forget what you did for me when my wife was ailing and on her way out, and your kindness, your leadership, and has not been just for me, but for all these people who you just heard. And that's why they've come from LA, from Florida, from DC, and locally to give tribute to you and let you know that at this age, and I'm only 4 years behind you, we both have gone through a lifetime, and we hold on to those things that are dear to us. And this is what you should be thankful for, because it is a tribute to what you have done over the years for all of us. So thank you so very much, and another great year ahead for you. I know what you're going through. We all have gone through that at this age. Fight back, and keep yourself healthy. Thank you so much.
Maybe I can just say a few little words which bounce around the whole place. It was the people. I look back and I didn't know what the hell I did. I still just to basically have people who were decent people who then could do it and they could do it by themselves without me or Randall later. Our daughter Amanda also helped doing some of the short stories out in Europe that she did. So everyone was doing. One was if you knew Ralph, who was my father's brother, who ran some of our magazines for about 25 years, got just sick in Japan. We had to spend 3 or 4 months out there till he came back, and was just operating that one magazine and doing a terrific job on it. And that was, I think, the key thing we always had, to have people who were in charge, who knew it, and would do it on their ability, and not would start telling me, because I really didn't know it. It was more an ability to pick the people who then would do it themselves. And I think that's true, basically, still of basically good companies throughout the United States. You got to pick the people and then let them do it. And that was one of the things on it. I want to thank, I'm not going to pick out individual people here, but I think the staff, by and large, maybe 98%, a few people once in a while with trouble, but the others did it. It was not done by me. It was not done by Ralph. It was not done by the other people. It was the group of people who felt they could do it, and they do it. I don't think many companies do it still. I'm still kind of mad at myself for kind of having to have this, get rid of the companies and change it. Someone said, well, if you got 100 years, there's no one left going. So maybe that's the reason. I want to thank the people here. I want to thank the people who are up in heaven. I can't remember all the names all the time, but I remember the man who was in charge of our Chicago office up until 1942. He then went back to the military, went over to and spent 3 years over in Great Britain. He then came back and did most of the magazines in the United States that he came back. I got a block on his name right now. Terrific guy. And it was that type of person. Left 3 years in the service and came back and worked. And I think a lot of the people here did certain jobs and came back and did it. And I want to thank of all of them. It got you know, I'm 92. I can't believe I'm 92. I don't know. I don't know what, but I do feel that it's the people who can do it and so on. And just what you did today, what you had to put together, you had to get everything for it. I appreciate it for it. That's what keeps us keeping operating. So I want to thank everyone here, particularly the 1 or 2 people who really started it out and did it. So God bless all of you. Whether it met a lot of you when we were operating the business, when it was afterwards, what you were doing, trying to help your own families and your children and your grandchildren. It's all done. And that's the main thing off. Not so much the business, the money, which was part of it, but not the biggest thing. It was the feeling of who you were working with, who was taking care of you, and who felt that you were a decent person. So I thank you all, and God is still watching all of you. Thank you.
Marty.
Okay, I think that's the end of this part of the day. On behalf of everybody.
Can we just tell them what's coming? that
Yeah.
you're going to be sending them?
Yeah, so, Jay reminded me, this is actually the beginning. So, what we did put together was a slide presentation. We tried to collect, and people here, everybody apparently not only holds on to the memories, but holds on to the memorabilia and all the stuff. So everybody has a loaded basement, and they unloaded their basements, and we put it into a slideshow. And everyone will receive the link to that slideshow, and it should help us remember our years at Lebhar, and also this very, very special day, which is really wonderful for us to come together, share our memories and our emotions, and what Roger summarized as the reason that we were together and together at the same company. For
And if
so many
you are
years.
not watching this, when we send it to you, we will be visiting your home. wherever you live. No threat, it's just a suggestion.
One quick just request and a thought that went through my mind. I noticed that there is virtually nothing on Wikipedia about Lebhar-Friedman and its history.
Really?
Oh. And as we all know, Wikipedia is a self-reported, supplied information source. A lot of other media companies, publishing companies have wonderful sort of history and background on it. This room is filled with a bunch of people who have tremendous writing ability. And so I thought it'd be nice that maybe we could make an effort to actually have a nice post on Wikipedia about LF, and that could be a little bit of a group project.
Really nice.
You want to fight for you? You did. Amazon.
Okay. All right, Roger.
Thank you.
We hope to see everybody again at our 200th anniversary. Be well.
Thank you, everybody. Good seeing
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye, everybody. Good to see you.
Stay well.
Bye, everyone.
Nice car.